Welcome back, my Duelist friends. Casual Duelist here, and happy May the 4th be with you, my friends. We would cue lightsaber noises, but I do not want to provoke Disney. They're going through enough problems right now. Real quick, we do have the Star Wars slash Wizard of Oz themed deck for you guys today, so sit back, relax, and enjoy a deck profile for Cosmo. Again, kind of a cool deck. I've always enjoyed playing it, and this time around I am not going to be playing to try to play the Cyber Dragon Infinity Loop. So we're going a different way today. It's more of a Super Poly Trap. I hope that you guys like this. Let's get you guys some cards. So first up, we're going to maximize out our Dark Destroyer. We're going to want to run 3 of this. To complement that, a single copy of Dark Eclipser. We are going to run a single Farm Girl, single Forerunner, 2 copies of Slipstream, or Slip Rider, sorry, 1 Cosmo Sword Troopers, 1 Cosmo Strawman, 3 copies of the good old Tin Can, because it's legit one of the best. We're going to run 2 Cosmo Dark Ladies, 1 Cosmo Wicked Witch, and that's going to end it for the Cosmos. The rest is all hand trap. So again, I didn't really feel like I had to keep to a budget because this deck itself is kind of expensive. So 3 copies of Ash Blossom and 3 copies of Nibiru the Primal Being, not Prime Mineral. I'm thinking of another deck. Real quick, guys, go ahead, take the screenshot, pause the video, take the notes, whatever you guys got to do. I will clean this up and we'll be right back with our spells and our traps. So just 1 second. Leading off our spells today, we are going to be running 3 copies of Darkness. Again, this deck is mostly dark and light. So this is going to be very good for our draw. We are going to be running a single copy Called by the Grave. We are going to be running 2 copies Emergency Teleport. 2 is kind of weird. I mean, I know that we're allowed to have 3. But again, only about half the deck is Psychics, so I just wanted to make sure that we weren't overloaded on this spell. We are going to run the single Feather Duster because, again, back row can hurt us. We're going to run 3 copies of Cosmotown because it is amazing. Single 1-for-1, single Reasoning, and 3 copies of Super Poly because, again, this deck actually can benefit from a Super Poly Trap board. Because, again, this deck isn't exactly super budget, but if I wanted to ruin the budget, I would have just traded those out and played my Dragoon Trio. So this would be the other way to go with this deck. And then the only trap I'm going to be running today is going to be 3 copies of Cosmojo. And again, you could probably cut this one down to 2, maybe add a Raigekian if you wanted to, or a Monster Reborn, whatever you wanted. I don't know if these are still like 10 to 12 a piece. So I've had these for quite a while now. I'm a little out of touch on the pricing. Please don't ask. But that is the rest of the main deck. The main deck for this one should be 40 cards. Might have been 41. And we're going to go ahead and clean the board up one more time. Guys, take the notes, take the screenshot, whichever. And we are going to go ahead and get you guys an extra deck. So be right back. Leading off our extra deck with our fusions, and one of the ones I haven't been using as a Super Poly Trap target as of yet, but will be because of Fallen of Albaz, is going to be our Borreload Furious Dragon. It's going to be 2 Dark Dragons. This is actually going to come up a little more often in the future than I think it has before. So expect to see this in my builds a little more often now. And of course, staples like 2 copies Mud Dragon of the Swamp, 2 Predaplant Dragostapelia, and 2 copies of Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. And of course, yes, I'm finally playing the original arts now. I've had them, just haven't sleeved them. Now they're sleeved, so I'll be switching in between the 2. Speaking of original arts, going to our links, we're going to be using Apollosa. We're going to be using 1 copy Boral Sword, 1 copy Double Headed Anger Knuckle, 1 IP Masquerena, 1 Phoenix, 1 Unicorn, and of course 1 Saryuja. And again, I think between the fusion and the link, we've got an amazing build here. Again, like I said, kept away from the Xyz plays, not because they're bad, but because they can be more expensive And of course, unless you have them laying around like I do, might not be as feasible. Might be cheaper just to pick up the Cosmo stuff for some people. So I wanted to build this deck with that in mind. Guys, I hope that you enjoyed the deck. If you only came for the list, seriously, thanks for stopping by. If you enjoyed it and you'd like to support the channel, consider subscribing. If you guys have already done that, possibly hit the notification bell. Let your friends know about the channel so we can continue to grow. You guys have an excellent Star Wars day. Hope to see you guys tomorrow with the test hands. And you guys have a good day. Everybody else, we're going to go through this monster of a deck, and we're going to explain what they do. So give me a minute, well, like 2 seconds for you guys, and we'll go ahead, clean the field, and start in the deck. So to it. All right, so starting in the main deck with the Dark Destroyer. If this is normal or special summoned, we may target a monster on the field and destroy it. Cannot be targeted by an opponent's card effect. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can banish this to special summon a level 7 or lower Cosmo from your deck. So this is really cool. It is an 8-star. They do tend to summon a star level below, as a general rule of thumb. Eclipser, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a 9. Cannot be targeted by an opponent's card effect. During either player's turn, when a trap is activated, you can banish 1 Cosmo from your graveyard. Negate activation if you do destroy the card. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you may banish this to add a level 8 or lower from the deck to the hand. And again, this one's not bad. But we do not run it as much as the Destroyer because, again, it is worried about trap effects. So until those come back in full force, you're probably going to be running Eclipser as a good one of. The Farm Girl. During either player's turn, you may banish this special summon a level 4 or higher Cosmo from the hand. Use this effect once per turn. When inflicts battle damage to opponent, pay 500 to add 1 Cosmo card from deck to hand. So it does have like an okay tutor effect. It's okay. Forerunner. Cannot be targeted by opponent's card effects. During the standby phase, gain 1,000 life points. If it is destroyed by battle or card effect, sent to graveyard, banish. Special summon level 6 or lower Cosmo from deck. Slip Riders, if normal or special, has an MST effect. Target a spell trap on the field, destroy it. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect sent to the graveyard, banish this. Special summon 1 level 4 or lower Cosmo from the deck. So again, very good. Sword Troopers, during either player's turn, you may banish this. So again, this would be a quick effect. Special summon a level 4 or higher Cosmo from the hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. Once per turn, pay 1,000 life points, target a Psychic Cosmo in your graveyard and special summon it. So again, you can link build. You can go straight into big cards. You go straight into a big card during the opponent's turn, like the Destroyer. It's very fun. Straw Man, during either turn, banish. Special summon a level 3 or higher Cosmo from hand. Can use this effect once per turn. Once per turn, pay 500. Target one of your banished Cosmos to special summon it. Effects negated, destroyed during the end phase. Again, great for a link build. Tin Can, during either player's turn, banish, special summon 1 level 2 or higher from hand. Use this effect once per turn. Once per turn during the end phase, pay 500, reveal 3 Cosmo with different names from the deck. Your opponent randomly picks 1. Add to hand, send rest to graveyard. So again, this is sort of like a cool tutor. And this will allow you to get into stuff real quick. Cosmo Dark Lady. During either player's turn, banish this. Special summon a level 6 or higher Cosmo from hand. Can only use this effect once per turn. Once per turn during either player's turn when another monster's effect is activated. Pay 1,000 life points, negate activation, destroy monster card. So very control aspect, very cool. Wicked Witch, during either player's turn, banish it. Special summon a level 5 or higher from hand. Can only use this once per turn, obviously. Once per turn during either player's turn, you pay 1,000 life points. This card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. So, again, kind of good, kind of maybe not. So, just one of. You guys know it, Ash Blossom and Nibble Reduce, so we're going to go ahead and skip those two. And that'll be our monster effects. Again, most of it's pretty self-explanatory. The ships will either summon the pilots, And again, mostly the pilots will summon the ships, and then it's based on like secondary effects as to how many you're going to want to run. Allure, just basic draw. Called by the Grave, just going to let you play through a hand trap. E-Teleport again. Since a lot of their effects are going to be quick effects, we can set this. We can go ahead and flip it. We can go ahead and get into our pilot, and then use our pilots to choose our ships that we want to play from our hand. So again, 2, you don't really need to play the 3rd. If you want to, you may. Obviously, do what you guys like. Feather Duster just helps us clear up the opponent back row. Sometimes that'll be important. Cosmotown, this one needed to be talked about. So once per turn, target one of your banished Cosmos, return it to the hand. If you do, lose life points equal to the original level times 100. So this is going to be very important. Once per turn, reveal any number of Cosmo in the hand, shuffle them into the deck, then draw cards equal to the number that you shuffled into the deck. So that's going to be like Reload, or I guess Hammer, no, not Hammer Shot. Magical Mallet would be the more apt association. And if this card in the field zone is destroyed by a card effect, you can add 1 Cosmo from the deck to the hand. And again, card. So you can go ahead and grab another Cosmotown, which is why we don't really need to run Terraforming or Metaverse or Demise of the Land at all. 1 for 1. Again, our Tin Can, one of our best cards. We just want to make sure that we can get to him as quick as possible. Reasoning, our levels are across the board. Makes it very hard on the opponent. The Super Polys, great for fuse trapping. And the Mojos is essentially the Force. So target a Cosmo that you control, destroy it. If you do, banish a card your opponent controls or that is in their graveyard. Activate 1 of these per turn. It's a great piece of spot removal. And again, we can get some other effects going at the same time. The extra deck is, again, pretty self-explanatory today. So it's going to be Borreload Furious Dragon. I'm just using this because it's 2 Dark Dragons. Again, this is coming up more and more often. So I can see this guy really starting to enter mainstream meta. Quick effect. Target a monster you control and one that your opponent controls. Destroy both. Works out well with the Cosmos. Banish this card from your graveyard. Target 1 Dark Link monster in the graveyard. Special summon it. Cannot activate its effects this turn. Use each effect once per turn. So again, this could allow us to get into our Boral Sword for a second time, which is just splendid. So again, run them at 2. Mud Dragon, you guys know Mud Dragon. Dragus Tapelia, you guys know this. Fusion Monster plus Dark. Starving Venom, any 2 Dark, except tokens. Apollosa for the blocking of monster effects. Boral Sword for punching over things. Let's talk about the Anger Knuckle real quick. It's any 2 machines. Very easy to do in this build. Cannot be used as link material itself. Use 1 of the effects per turn and only once that turn. So again, this could get a little complicated. You don't get the double dip, but the effects are so good. First effect, during the main phase, quick effect. Send a monster from the hand or field to the discard. Target a level 10 machine in the graveyard. Special summon it in defense. Negate its effects. This could be good. This could be great. Especially if you want to destroy the card with Cosmojo. Great. If this card is in your graveyard, you could send 1 card from your hand or field to the graveyard to special summon this card. So again, not terrible. First effect is why it's here. IP Masquerena, you guys get it. Phoenix to take care of back row. Unicorn to take care of anything. And Saryuja is here to give us some crazy possible effects. And again, if we can use 3 different names real quick, we can just start dropping our ships for no reason and give them a power bonus. And that is beyond cool. So that is the reason for that. Again, guys, sorry for the voice. It's going to be like this all week. Weather changes just do this to me. So bear with me, please. Again, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to do a couple of actual test hands tomorrow, get you guys a little more information on how the interactions are supposed to happen. And I hope that you guys stop by again tomorrow for that. So seriously, guys, have a great day. Maybe go watch something Star Wars today. Or beat your friends up with toy lightsabers like we do. We're a bit of a goofy group here. So you guys have a lovely day. Hopefully we'll see you again. Have a good one.